Aletta angelique. Kimono introduction. There has long been a culture of wearing kimono in Japan. Kimono are worn for seasonal events called seku, as well as for celebratory occasions such as weddings and parties. It is customary to have children wear kimono or hakama for the Shichi-Gosen celebrations, when they are 3, 5, or 7 years old. We have designed and handmade kimonos for dogs, for Japanese people who want to dress their dogs in kimonos as their daughters and sons. It has been a long road to get here. Kimonos are inherently very difficult to wear, and it is impossible to create a beautiful style without wearing a lot of fabric. How do we make a kimono into a shape that dogs can wear? And how do we make it so that dogs can wear the kimono nicely? And finally, how do we make it so that the owner can easily get the dog to wear it? We kept thinking about this. After about 10 years, we have created what we can call our masterpiece. It is the best kimono for dogs, as it is easy to put on, looks beautiful, and the fabric does not need to be worn in. We have decided to start selling these kimonos to the world, in the hope that they will spread their wings and fly around the world. There are probably dog lovers all over the world who don't know how deep kimonos are. Today, we'll teach you a little more about how to choose a kimono. Kimono patterns, materials, and shapes each have their own meaning and are ranked accordingly. Let's first take a look at the differences in patterns. The pine, bamboo, and plum are a design that symbolizes patience, longevity, and the birth of life, and are popular as a design that symbolizes happiness, prosperity, and good fortune. The cherry blossom symbolizes prosperity, wealth, and fertility. As it buds in spring, it is considered a lucky flower that heralds the start of things. The tachibana is said to symbolize prosperity for one's descendants and longevity. The leaves symbolize longevity, and the fruit symbolizes prosperity for one's descendants, and so they have been used in many wedding costumes. The auspicious pattern is said to symbolize a wish for longevity, and it is mainly used in the kimono worn by babies when they visit a shrine for the first time after being born, and it is imbued with the meaning of a wish for longevity. It is also called a pattern for matchmaking. Next, let's talk about the different shapes of kimono. There is a main shape which has the kimono worn 2 parties, called a humangi, and the kimono worn for everyday use, called a kumon. There is also a shape of kimono with double-length sleeves called a furisode. This is worn by unmarried women over the age of 20. Next, the material. There are 2 types of kimono, synthetic and silk. Of the synthetic kimono, those made of polyester for summer use are of a lower rank, and those made of silk with a pattern called komangata, where the pattern or design is repeated throughout, are of a higher rank than those made of polyester. Those made of silk, called humanji, where the different pattern from the shoulders to the hem are of the highest rank. In order to match events and the seasons, it is customary in Japan to own and wear a variety of kimonos. In Japan, the Shichi-Gosen event, in which dogs wear kimonos, is becoming a regular event. We look forward to seeing people from all over the world celebrating with their dogs, or celebrating their dogs' special days, wearing our kimonos for dogs. Aletta angelique, made with love.